The important thing about first grade is making new friends. I like playing tag with my new friends always. Try your best. I tried chatting someone. I like learning. I learned a lot of new trick words. But the important thing about first grade is making friends.
The important thing about first grade is trying your best. Playing tag and hide and go seek at recess is fine. Sitting with friends at snack is fine too. But the important thing about first grade is trying your best. The important thing about first grade is learning how to read and making new friends in math. My favorite books to read were chapter books. I also like math. I like to play with Samantha and Emmy at recess. I love books. At library, I also love reading. But the important thing about first grade is learning how to read and making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is making new friends at recess. I played tag with my new friends. It was the best day ever, and now I have friends. But the important thing about first grade is making friends.
The important thing about first grade is you get to learn to read. My favorite series are the Magic Trio series. My favorite part is the facts. But the most important thing about first grade is you get to learn to read.
The most important thing about first grade is making new friends. I like playing tag. Field trips are so fun. But the most important thing about first grade is making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is fitness for life. I have fun at recess. I like literacy. I like foundations. I like fitness for life because we get to do parachutes. But the important thing about first grade is fitness for life. The important thing about first grade is trying my best. I am bad at drawing a head, but I did it. But the important thing about first grade is trying my best.
The important thing about first grade is making new friends. And recess and PE and art and music and read aloud. I like snack outside was always fun. I like recess because I play tag with friends. But the important thing about first grade is making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is literacy because you learn how to read and write. Effort to try your best in class. The important thing is making friends. Recess to have fun. The important thing about math is equations, but the important thing about first grade is literacy.
The important thing about first grade is read to self stamina. I like read to self stamina because you get to grow your brain. And we get to build up the time of read to self stamina. We got to 23 minutes, but the important thing about first grade is read to self stamina.
The important thing about first grade is making new friends. I made friends with Jensen. Fitness for Life. Fitness for Life is so fun. It's the best. I love Fitness for Life because of the scavenger hunt. Field trips are awesome. We went to the Arboretum. But the important thing about first grade is making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is recess because you can make new friends. You can also play with your new friends. Literacy is good in first grade because you can learn to read good fit books. At first grade we all have fun, but the important thing about first grade is recess.
The important thing about first grade is your teacher, because if you don't have a teacher, you can't learn. And if you can't learn, what is the point of first grade? If I didn't have a teacher, I would skip first grade. But the important thing about first grade is your teacher.
The important thing about first grade is library, finding good thick books. Miss Karam as a library teacher. Best books ever. I love books, making new friends at library, people reading to each other. But the important thing about first grade is library.
The important thing about first grade is all learning, like reading and writing and showing your best effort. But the most important thing about first grade is all learning, like reading and writing.
The important thing about first grade is at recess. I use the monkey bars. I can do 10 or 20 laps. I play tag with my friends. But the important thing about first grade is recess. Is the best thing of first grade. The important thing about first grade is making new friends. I helped my friend on the scavenger hunt at Fitness for Life. I also like playing tag at recess with my friends. But the important thing about first grade is making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is learning to read, learning to write, learning to add and subtract, and making new friends. But the important thing about first grade is reading and writing.
The important thing about first grade is making new friends. Once Samantha was trying to do the monkey bars, she hurt one of her arms. I came over and wrapped my Gap sweatshirt around her hurt arm. We sat on the play building stairs. We talked for about a long time. But the important thing about first grade is making new friends.
The important thing about first grade is math, making new friends, and birthdays. I wouldn't have 3 BFFs if it wasn't for Sally and Anamka and Abby. If we did not have math, you wouldn't be able to count to 1 to 100. In first grade, we find time to celebrate everyone's birthdays. But the important thing about first grade is math, making new friends, and birthdays.
The important thing about first grade is the teachers are nice. Every day a warm welcome from my teachers. I love school and I love my teachers. Teachers helping kids to read and write. Thank you, teachers. But the important thing about first grade is the teachers are nice.
The important thing about first grade is learning and growing my brain. Learning how to read, how to be nice. But the important thing about first grade is learning and growing my brain.